talking to the moon. जिस तरह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हमारा अब से मेरा तू हमारा मैं भी तेरा हूँ दिल को जाने ये क्या हुआ लगे सपना सा तू लगा कैसे मैं करूँ बयां जिस तरह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हमारा अब से मेरा तू हमारा मैं भी तेरा हूँ दिल को जाने ये क्या हुआ लगे सपना सा तू लगा कैसे मैं करूँ बयां जिस तरह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हमारा अब से मेरा तू हमारा मैं भी तेरा हूँ दिल को जाने ये क्या हुआ लगे सपना सा तू लगा कैसे मैं करूँ बयां जिस तरह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हमारा अब से मेरा तू हमारा मैं भी तेरा हूँ दिल को जाने ये क्या हुआ लगे सपना सा तू लगा कैसे
Hello. Hold on. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is, wherever you at. This is the What's Next podcast. All right. I know it's been a minute. We've been off for a while. It's been vacation time. All right, but we are back with another action-packed show. Hopefully it's action-packed. Hopefully it's eventful. Hopefully it's informational. You know what I mean? That's what we do here.
Hey, man, we always action-packed and eventful, man.
Yeah. So, my name is BJ. My name is Brandon. People know me as BJ. Sir is what, you know what I mean? Mr. Tyner. How you doing today, sir? Gang shit.
Hey,
and first time guest.
Blessed and highly favored.
First time guest, Mr. EJ. What's up?
What's going on, y'all?
How you doing today, sir?
What's up, bro?
Chilling, man, chilling.
There,
Oh, yeah. I just got off work. You know how it go. Got to take care of these babies.
Somebody got to do it, right?
That's it.
Hey, AB, cut your shit, yo. Cut the shit. It's too early, AB. Don't stop. All right. So today, we were talking about single parenting. We had some people coming through. They did not show up, but we're gonna keep the show going because the show must go on. We didn't want to have it one-sided. The ladies had some other things that was going on in their life, and we can't knock them for that. So the show will go on, you know what I mean, without them. Ain't no love lost, you know what I mean?
Ultimately, they single parents, so shit, they got shit to do.
Hey, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wanted to do this show today because on social media it's been a whole lot of talk about men versus women a whole lot, and I didn't want to have it one-sided because I didn't want to make it seem like we was taking one side of the story and everything like that. And I really wanted to compare the differences between being a single mother and the difference between being a single father. Not trying to see whose job harder or anything like that, but to just show everybody like there are other dynamics to this single parenting thing, not just single mothers. I myself, I was raised by a single father, which is crazy because it's really not a whole lot of single fathers out there. And to hear you, EJ, that you a single father, man, I commend you, sir. It's not many of y'all out there, man.
Man, you know, it's hard work, but I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I mean, the whole situation is it's the same dynamic. It's just, men are different than women. That's really the only thing that's different. It's the same dynamic though. You don't really have no time for yourself. You working all the time. If it ain't about the kids, you're not really worried about it.
All the time. All the time.
How it is.
Yeah.
Because my daughter just asked me, she said, what we doing tomorrow? I said, nothing, baby. Everything costs money. She said, we can't do nothing fun? No, this shit costs money. We ain't got no goddamn money.
Oh, when you say like the dynamic do be different because it's like it's just a lot of bickering though between men and women. If you ask me, it's a lot of bickering going on. Nobody's job is
Yeah, it's absolutely a lot of bickering. And what irritates me about the entire subject when it comes to men and women. Hold up.
Sir. Focus.
I'm trying to get some women on here.
Oh.
Sir. Please don't unplug that.
You leaving?
Sir, focus, sir. Focus, sir. Hey.
Where was I at? God damn it. Yeah, nobody's job is harder than the other one. And that's kind of what I want to shed light on, is the fact that nobody's job is harder than the other. Just really want to show everybody how everybody's job is hard. Whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're in a relationship with your kid's parent or somebody that's a step parent. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of different dynamics to all this. But BJ, did you load up any of those videos I sent you?
Sir.
This motherfucker is fired.
Sir, I listen, I did my job. You just tell me what you want, sir. My job done. Don't come for me.
Okay. You want
and now his shit go out. See what I'm saying? This you get for talking shit. All right. So until he comes back or his connection reestablished, I'm gonna play one of the videos, one of the ones that I know of. Hey, Letitia, June, Dalton, AB, and the other 4 people, I guess, that's watching. All right, so we're gonna run this real quick.
I'm here. You know why I'm here.
Me, bro, like,
No.
Nah,
it's not about that though. But you got some.
for?
Because I want these people to know how you slept with my brother.
Whoop-de-doo. Everybody knew except you.
So what did I say about you though? What type of girl did I say about you?
What you mean? Niggas,
What you mean?
boys, guys, go, why can I do it?
But you fuck my brother though.
Okay. Like, what you want, cookie? Like,
But we got kids together. You my baby mom.
okay, I don't owe you no loyalty.
What you mean you want me no loyalty? We got a whole kid and I pay the bills.
I'm not your girlfriend. I'm a baby mom. I owe you no loyalty. I used to owe you loyalty. I don't owe you nothing now.
Yeah, but I pay the bills in
It
here.
doesn't matter. He paid them with you.
Ain't nobody paid nothing with me. I just dropped off 2,500 over here the other day.
And you dropped off 5 bands. Who dropped off
But
more?
what that say about you as a woman though?
Rent. It's light, food, kid gotta eat. You're not providing.
Yeah, but we was together for 5 years. Like,
Okay.
why you think it's
Time
okay
don't mean
to
nothing.
fuck my brother though?
Time don't mean nothing. Time ain't nothing but a number that can change.
I'm just saying though, like that's crazy that you feel like it's alright though, and I'm gonna let the whole world know that you fuck my brother.
You think I care? You can't expose me, no.
No, but I'm gonna expose you with this video though.
Okay,
that you fuck my brother though.
The thing is, the gag is.
No,
You
it's
gonna
not.
look stupid because you trying to expose me.
No, I'm not gonna look stupid. You gonna look stupid because we got a whole 2-year-old together and you fuck my brother.
Okay, the 2-year-old wasn't there when it happened. Why does it matter?
But I'm just saying though, but like, what was the point of that though? Like, what you get out of that though? Like, you had no self-respect for yourself. You had no self-respect for yourself.
What I got out of it?
See, this shows that you really childish and you're not mature at all in no type of way though.
I'm very mature.
Nah, you're not though. You're really nothing. Nah, but you're nothing though. You're nothing though.
You slept with
And you're really a whore though. You're really a whore. How about
That's
that?
okay. If you
Yeah. But you have no respect for yourself.
You think so?
No respect for yourself. You slept with my brother though.
I'm glad your brother don't think that of me.
No. It's not about that though. And I'm gonna have some words with him too. But it's like
Why
you don't
you
even.
thinking of him?
Nah, because like I just don't understand why you don't think about things. Like think about how I would
What is there to
feel.
think about? I don't care about how you feel. Your feelings got nothing to do with me. Go find somebody who cares. Find somebody who gives 2 fucks. I don't care.
That's
So
crazy.
stop recording me and get out.
That's crazy though. I treated you so
You
good.
came here for your son.
No, but I treated you. When we was together, I treated you so good though. I'm here. You know why I'm here.
Leave, bro. Like.
All right. So listen, right? These
Can't
are
take
my
it, bro.
comments. These are my comments.
He better than me.
Yo, hurting. He hurt in real life, and
He better than me.
he went about the wrong way. I mean, like she said, she don't owe you no loyalty. Yo, like you gotta let that shit go. Like,
She right about that. She don't owe him shit. Same time, you don't go have sex with his brother.
that part.
That's your kid uncle. Like, what you doing? And then she
Now,
don't
what
have
if
to
she
turn
would have
the
got
world.
pregnant?
Then you got cousin brothers.
That's not funny.
It's real rap. If she get
But-
pregnant, she gonna have cousin brothers.
And you know what though, like that people that do shit like that because they hurt.
There she go.
I don't think she did that. I don't think she did that shit because she a whore. I think she did that shit from a place of hurt. Because only hurt people do shit like that, and they only do shit like that just to get back at somebody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you at some point you got to make better decisions, and you can't make decisions from a place of hurt. And that's in any situation, especially in a situation with baby mama, baby father. Like, imagine if the shoe was on the other foot and he had fucked her sister.
She'd have went off.
So
And the internet would be eating his ass alive.
we can't change the past, right? We can only deal with what's in front of us. So at that point of moment, he had to realize this ain't it. Fussing back and forth with her, why she did this on live camera ain't it. It's making you look bad.
It's
What
like,
Kevin
yeah,
Hart say? What Kevin Hart say? I did the best with what I had. Do you?
That's it. You gotta let it go.
His feelings was hurt.
I mean,
He was hurt.
but I mean,
Can't blame him.
it's two kinds of people in the world. It's talkers and there's doers. She's a doer.
Right.
Letitia, you are right. Dudes do it all the time. That don't make it right. Men be wrong as two left shoes too.
And if she ain't try to hide it, she said it is what it is. She let you know we ain't together no more. She ain't got no loyalties to you. So one after one after one after one, sir, she's showing you, telling you clear as day, she don't care. You guys gotta move. You gotta let it go.
Exactly. I'll let that one go.
Now I ain't saying choke slammer, but you
Oh, no,
gotta,
don't put your hands on him.
gotta let it go. Gotta let that go.
I wonder what he gonna say to his brother. That's where it gets tricky.
Niggas ain't shit.
True. But you gonna fight your brother over your baby mom? Me personally, I'm not doing it. I ain't there yet.
The hell with both of them, right?
Pretty much.
Hey,
I ain't fighting, but I'm definitely gonna leave y'all the hell alone.
listen, sir. I'm trying to tell you some real shit.
That's
maybe you can drop the kid off at the courthouse, so we good. Good to go.
Word.
You know what I mean?
She bugging.
I'm trying to protect you and me at the same time. How does it affect your ability to co-parent?
That video.
Sharon. So, to me, it don't affect the ability. Well, I can't say that. Let me just be quiet.
It shouldn't affect the ability to co-parent at all, because that has nothing to do with your child. That's a you and her problem. The relationship part, though, that's done. It's over with. I wouldn't even want to talk to her.
Some stuff is just. I feel like some stuff is just. It goes without saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It goes without saying that. Nah. That I don't give a fuck if we together or not. Like, Nah, no.
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one.
Hey, Sharon.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
All right.
What's up?
Thanks for the invite.
No problem.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you
I don't know
guys?
how the lady feel about that. I'm good.
Oh shit. Sharon, you saw that video?
We got a USB.
No.
Oh shit.
I really did not see it.
All right, I might do it again.
What's up, Mr. Tyner?
Hey, it's all
man,
good.
you know I'm
Me, bro, like.
No.
Like,
Nah, it's not about that though. But you got some.
recorded for.
Because I want these people to know how you slept with my brother.
Whoop-de-doo. Everybody knew except you.
So what that say about you though? What type of girl that say about you?
What you mean? Niggas
What you mean?
do it. Guys do. Why can I do
But
it?
you fuck my brother though.
Okay. Like, what you want? Cookie? Like.
But we got kids together. You my baby mom.
Okay, I don't owe you no loyalty.
What you mean you want me no loyalty? We got a whole kid and I pay the
not your
bills.
wife. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm a baby mom. I owe you no loyalty. I used to owe you loyalty. I don't owe you nothing now.
Yeah, but I pay the bills in
It
here.
doesn't matter. He paid them with you.
Ain't nobody paid nothing with me. I just dropped off 2,500 over here the other
And
day.
he dropped off 5 bands. Who dropped off
But
more?
what that say about you as a woman though?
It's light, food, kid gotta eat. You're not providing.
Yeah, but we was together for 5 years. Like,
Okay.
why you think it's
Time
okay
don't mean
to
nothing.
fuck my brother though?
Time don't mean nothing. Time ain't nothing but a number that can change.
I'm just saying though, like that's crazy that you feel like it's alright though, and I'm gonna let the whole world know that you fuck my brother.
You can't expose me, no.
No, but I'm gonna expose you with this video though.
Okay,
That you fuck my brother though.
The thing is, the gag is.
No,
You
it's
gonna
not.
look stupid because you trying to expose me.
No, I'm not gonna look stupid. You gonna look stupid because we got a whole 2-year-old together and you fuck my brother.
Okay, the 2-year-old wasn't here when it happened. Why does it matter?
But I'm just saying though, but like, what was the point of that though? Like, what you get out of that though? Like, you had no self-respect for yourself. You had no self-respect for yourself.
What I got out of it?
See, this shows that you really childish. You're not mature at all in no type of way
I'm
though.
very mature.
Nah, you're not though. You're really nothing. Nah, but you're nothing though. You're nothing though.
You slept with
And you're really a whore though. You're really a whore. How about that?
That's okay. If you
Yeah. You have no respect for yourself.
You think so?
No respect for yourself. You slept with my brother though.
I'm glad your brother don't think that of me.
No. It's not about that though. And I'm gonna have some words with him too. But it's like you don't even. Nah, because like I just don't understand why you don't think about things. Like think about how I would feel.
Think about. I don't care about how you feel. Your feelings got nothing to do with me. Go find somebody who cares. Find somebody who gives 2 fucks. I don't care.
That's
So
crazy.
stop recording me and get out.
That's crazy though. I treated you so
You
good.
came here for your son.
No, but I treated you. When we was together, I treated you so good though. I mean, you know why I'm here.
Me, bro, like.
Well,
The video, I've seen the video like at this point about 5-6 times, and it's like I hear something different every time I watch it.
well, yeah. Yeah, well, this is my first time hearing it.
As soon as she said everybody knew but you, I'd have RKO'd the shit out of her.
Sir, here on the What's Next podcast, we do not support domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
Here's the problem.
The opinions expressed by SamzSportz does not reflect the rest of us on this show.
Hey, hold on. I'm sorry. Letitia Hardison.
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing, sis?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
I was supposed to call you back earlier. I definitely forgot. I am so sorry. Please don't.
Letitia, what's up, Letitia?
Listen, I had to jump on because they didn't have any women, and then I saw you, and I was definitely jumping on Sharon because here's the thing: I don't agree with what she did. I stand on the side of the fence that I do not believe that women can do the same things that men do. I stand on that side of the fence. Whoever has a problem with it, talk to your mom and don't talk to me.
Damn.
The problem with that, and I said it earlier in the comments, is how does that affect your ability to co-parent? And y'all said it doesn't, but it does because
Yes,
he's
it
in
does.
his feelings.
Mhm.
He's in his feelings. So when you start to attach your emotions to other people, what they do affects you. Because he's calling her immature, but he's the one with the camera. I'm gonna expose you. What is that, sir? And what do you plan to gain by exposing this woman? And you're talking about you, but you're not looking at how it affects this child because you're being egocentric in all of this by talking about you and your feelings. Don't nobody care about your feelings. Because I would have told both of them that if I was their friend. However, I do care how you treat each other and how it relates to this child. Because whether the child is there or not, when there is tension between parents, children sense it. So it does affect your ability to co parent. And that child didn't sign up for that.
Mm.
Very true.
I agree.
How would that child feel knowing that his mom is diddling his uncle?
Not
That
diddling.
child has no business knowing that, though. You see how we always, as adults, are impressing our issues upon children?
On
That child
children.
has no business knowing that.
That's right.
Unless they decide that they're going to be a couple, then that's for them to answer. That has nothing to do with him. However much you may feel something about something, it really has nothing to do with you, sir. That's really between that woman and your brother now. You just
You
have
never
some
heard your
feelings,
parents
and,
having sex?
have I ever heard my parents
He
having
the
sex?
side dude at this point.
Right,
He's not
but
the side.
the,
He's not
the
the
child
side
can
dude if
still
they're
hear
not
it.
together. She said the child wasn't there.
You believe that?
She, I don't,
I mean,
sir, I don't. Here's the thing. One, I don't care whether the child was present or not,
right.
because it circles back to what I'm talking about. The child has no way at 2 years old to say, "Oh, mommy was screwing him, and now he's screwing him, and morally that's wrong." That's something you have to give to a 2 year old.
True.
That's something you have to give to a 2 year old. So again, pressing adult issues upon children. That's really what the issue is with society and co-parenting. People don't know how to separate their feelings from their co-parenting situation. And then they pull their children into stuff that has nothing to do with these children. My
Now, I
ex-husband is a
understand
sack
that
of
part.
my ex-husband is a sack of shit by my account. He doesn't take care of his children. But however his children feel about him has no bearing on me. That's their
Very true.
relationship with their father. You understand what I'm saying? So I can feel
Right.
very negatively about his performance as a father. But if my little girl's eyes still light up when she sees her good for nothing father, you know whose issue that becomes? That's the
It's
Letitia
his.
issue, and it has no business in the midst of that child and that father, right?
That is facts.
Yes.
My feelings
Absolutely.
have nothing to do with the relationship they had with their father at all. So in this case, I would say, Letitia, fuck your feelings. You don't have nothing to do with that. The
That's
same
why I
rules
said.
apply here.
See,
That's why I said
I
meet him at
hear
the
that,
courthouse. The courthouse, you can exchange kids and safety at the
but
police because he gonna need somebody there to referee that a handoff. You know what I mean?
definitely for sure. But I mean, yeah, it's a baby now, but the babies do grow up.
Right. And the only way that that would come up is if somebody was being messy, because it doesn't sound like they plan on staying in a relationship or being in a relationship. So that comes up when people being messy.
And you know what, too, these days, what's crazy is you have to be careful putting arguments like this on the internet for everybody to see, because in this day and time, they probably didn't got back together by now.
I would
It
hope
doesn't matter
not.
whether they right, because there was a blatant disregard on both sides, and that's very toxic and emotionally abusive.
Yeah, she already
Please
told him
don't.
she ain't want shit to do with him. If he went back, that's on him. And she already pointed that shit out, made that shit black and white. Like she don't want nothing to
Honestly,
do
after
with
she
him.
said I don't care, he should have cut the camera off.
Yeah, just walk out. Like she already said, you
He
came in
should
to
have
get the
never
child,
had the camera on.
On.
He should have never had the
Right.
camera
Never should
on.
have had the camera on.
making herself look bad. And shit.
True.
And it does. It makes him look really bad on multiple fronts. Because, sir, one, you're still emotionally invested in this woman. I treated you real good when we were together. And what is your point? We're not together anymore.
See,
What
I
is your
can't agree
point
with that.
exactly?
That is wild to me. Because women say that too. And it's like if a man was to be like, I don't give a fuck, then it'd be like, yo, he a piece of shit.
Here's the thing.
Well, not
Here-
necessarily.
here- Here's the thing.
Okay,
Because,
look.
right, you're having this conversation and you're talking to the wrong two women if you want to make that argument. Say,
What you
just
mean?
Well,
throwing it
make
out
it.
there.
I
Because,
haven't said
I
my
can make
piece.
it if you let me.
I didn't say my piece yet. I'm just
I can
waiting.
definitely
Go ahead,
make
Sharon.
it if you let me.
Hold on, bro.
can
Hold
make
on,
it
EJ. Hold on, EJ. Let Sharon go.
Yeah, because he can make that.
Hold
point
on, y'all.
for
Let
someone
Sharon go.
Okay. So first of all, I didn't. Okay. Let me just start at the beginning. He shouldn't have had the camera on doing this, trying to expose her for any reason. Because when he exposes her, he's exposing himself. Because other men are going to see him and call him a simp. Why have you allowed yourself to be in this type of mess anyway, bruh? That's what they're going to be saying about him. So he's stupid for doing that. Why was he doing it? Because of his emotions. He's in his feelings. Just like Letitia said, he's in his feelings. Do I think what she did was right? No. What she did was wrong. Is it true that men do it all the time? Yes, they do. I also agree with Letitia. We just can't do what y'all do. It's just, that's just what it is. We don't like it. I didn't say it's fair, but it is what it is. We can, there's genders for reasons. We don't have to do everything the same to be empowered or to be powerful. So damn what you doing. I'm going to do what I want to do as a woman, but I don't have to degrade myself just because that's what you can do. So that's what I would say to her.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the child is 2. So if the child was sitting right there, the child don't even know what the hell they're talking about. So let's just get off the child for a minute and stand it in front of the child. I do want to address what somebody said in the comment that somebody just said that he's not a good father to strangers. I guess he was talking about Letitia's talking about her ex-husband, how he wasn't that great. And so you do say things about him to your child. No, you don't. Just because she's telling us doesn't mean that she told her kids something negative about their father. And I'm saying this because from my own experience, my soon-to-be 30-year-old son can walk in here right now, and I know BJ and Carlson have heard me say this before. He can walk in here right now, and he will tell you, I have never said anything negative about his father to him. And me and his father have gotten into some things. And I don't care if God himself told me to get back with that man, I would not go. Period. God, I'm sorry. I'm just going to hell for this because I'm not going back to this man. But as far as my son is concerned, the negative things he feels about his father is because of the way his father treated him. Never came from me. And for me as a single mom, I look at myself in a mirror. That's a badge of honor for me. She's not going to be able to feel that if that child ever sees this video. She may not know or think about it now because she's young. Sounds like she's pretty immature. So right now she's not thinking about all of that. So if she came, but if
They
she
both
came
sound
to me-
immature.
yeah, if she came to me, I would tell her that, listen, child, you're gonna regret this later. So that's the 4th point. The 5th point I'm gonna make on this is he keeps talking about how she slept with my brother, but you slept with my brother, but you slept with my brother, but you slept with my brother, as if she didn't hear it the first time or she don't know she slept with him. She know what she did. Why are you repeating it? Because you in your feelings. And men cannot, in my opinion, men in their feelings is even worse than women in their feelings. They can't handle it. He probably just didn't know what to do. I also do believe that combined with the lack of maturity is the reason why he was in there doing that, acting like that to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And when she told him, we're not together, see, he didn't think that she was going to admit that. But as soon as she said we're not together, what the people in the audience saying, looking at that? What the fuck you saying all this? Y'all ain't even together. What you all up in her house and in her face for about this if y'all not a couple?
You ain't supposed to go past the living room.
Exactly.
then
And you
and the
And y'all
redirect.
broke up, and it's about the 2-year-old. We got a whole 2-year-old together. Okay, so because you got a whole 2-year-old together, she's not supposed to be sexual. She's not supposed to have needs. She's not supposed to want to get treated well by another man. What she's supposed to just
Not
she's
his
supposed to
brother.
just sacrifice
Not
the
his
rest of
brother.
her life. I'm just saying man in general. I'm not
No, I
talking
understand.
to the brother yet. I'm talking about his whole attitude when he said we got a whole 2-year-old together. I don't give it.
Hmm.
Sleeping with his brother is wrong, whether they had a child or not. That's my point. So why is he throwing up the child? Because
Yeah, because
he
that was
expects,
malicious.
because he is expecting her to be sitting up at home like an old maid because they're not together, that she shouldn't have anybody. She should just be at home where he can come and go with the child because she got the child and that's still my domain. Hell to the
I don't
no.
agree with that.
I
I don't
don't
agree
think
with
that's
that
what
at
he
all.
was doing.
But his
Oh,
wait a
yes,
minute,
he
guys.
is.
Wait a
I'm
minute,
telling
guys.
you,
Because his
that's what I see
positioning,
in what he's saying.
his
Because it doesn't
That
make
positioning
might be
does
sense
what
to
he
say
bring
that.
means.
up the whole 2-year-old
That
if
might be what he
Exactly.
means, but
about
that's not
her
right.
sleeping
He bugging.
with his brother. It don't matter if they didn't
Yeah,
have
because
any
his
children. It's still
exactly
wrong
because the
if she
positioning
slept with his
of it is
brother.
that. Oh yeah, that's dirty.
What you bringing up the
That's
child
beyond
for?
dirty.
What you bringing up the child for though? It's not necessary. It's fucking dirty. Period.
Agreed.
I wish a nigga would sleep with my sister. I would kill him.
And that's the point. Listen,
You know, you
listen,
know
right?
what the
That's the point I was going to get to. That's the point I was going to get to. Now, if the shoe was on the
Gang.
other foot
I'm really listen.
and he slept with her sister,
See,
she probably to cut him.
DJ, and BJ and Carlson know me. They know I'm just playing. I ain't gonna kill nobody. I'm really not gonna be like that.
Shit.
Whoop his
I don't
ass.
know.
He would get a good
he,
cussing out.
he,
It's gonna hurt.
here's,
It's gonna hurt.
here's my
He gonna whoop his
thing.
ass.
He would.
And I so here's the thing for me, right? I am very much so a woman that allows karma to eat you up. I don't have no dog in a fight.
I
I
swear.
have no dog in a fight. So when I said to you, it makes no never mind to me, and understand that I'm saying this as a woman who has had someone in very close proximity who I was in an intimate relationship screw somebody in close proximity to me, and to this day they don't know that I know on purpose. I just removed myself because I don't expel
Would you
energy
would,
in people like that.
would you
I
like to
don't.
let the cat out the bag on the west? Okay.
No, no, that's trifling. Stop
Gang,
being
gang,
messy,
thank you.
Carlson.
See,
Sit over
my
there.
sister don't do shit like that.
So,
Watch your mouth, Carlos.
he know better. He know better. He gonna make me get on a plane. But they don't know to this day that I know because I'm letting karma deal with that.
That's
And
right. That's
and
right.
my whole thing is when I'm done with you, I'm done with you. So I'm not going to have any reaction to whatever it is you do. That's on you.
Mhm.
That's on you. When I move on, understand you're dead to me. I
Let me
can't
ask
expel energy in people that don't care about me.
you, man.
What she said with her actions and out of her mouth, she said, I don't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
So exposing her on camera and going over there, and he absolutely was beating his chest. How dare you screw anybody? Because first of all, what you doing that for in her house?
Mm.
She said to him, "You're here to get your son."
Right.
She
Why you in
said,
my
"You're here to
bathroom?
get your son."
Why you in my bathroom? I'm
You
doing
know,
my hair.
and
Why you
men
in here?
and here's the thing: men like to insert dominance like that all the time. How do
Yeah.
I know? Because I'm someone's ex-wife. Where I've had to say, you're crossing the boundaries. You shouldn't be up my stairs. You can't come to my house unannounced. There needs to be boundaries so that you and I don't confuse what this really is. And we started off friendly. You still can't move through my house freely. You don't live here.
Mm-hmm.
Boundaries are very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you don't establish that some things are off limits, they should be off limits because you're a decent human. What she displayed was not only did she not have respect for herself, she's not a decent human being. And she has no regard for anyone. That's what she said when she screwed his brother. Because that was reckless. And she knew it would hurt him and she did not care. And while it's not her business to care about him, and I say this, I say this with everything in my soul, my ex-husband is off limits. You understand what I'm saying? I can't do anything to hurt him. I spent 14 years with that man. There was something about that man that made me say forever. So for me to turn around and because I'm now his ex-wife to hurt him, that's reckless and careless. And that shows a lot about my character if I do that, even though we're not together. I would never cause harm to that man just because. That's just indecent.
Yeah, she's got some character issues there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Because even with mine, we weren't married, but we share a son and we're very close. We've known each other almost over 30 years now. If he needed me today, I'd be there. I really would. And because we're still friends in that regard. I just can't be his lover and wife, and I just can't do that anymore. But I don't hate the guy, and I would never, anybody that he even knows a little bit is off limits for me. I could never be with him. And that's just the way it is. Once I find out that you know him, oh, we can't even talk. No, that's just me. That's just my own. I'm not saying that everybody should be that way, but that's just me, how I am. Not doing it.
All right. So before we move on to the next video,
That's
crazy
more?
because I got I know this guy that was my homeboy. He did like everything. Like he was some wild shit, running telling my baby mother everything, 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 everything. And I let it go. I let it go. And I mean, it fucked with me for a minute because of how it happened and all that shit. But yeah, so I listen. I understand the shit make you look weak. Niggas gonna be niggas, and B words gonna be B words, sir. So, yeah. Next video. I haven't seen this one. Either the other two. Which one you want to do, sir?
It don't matter.
Okay, so.
Bills, he can't say nothing. Okay.
All right, so let's restart this. All right.
He ain't paying all them bills. He can't say nothing. Okay. Nothing, because he's just a roommate. Okay. So you, as a woman, if you're married, single, whatever, if your man is not paying every bill in that house, do whatever you want. Okay. He don't run nothing up in there. Okay. Just so you know, unless he's paying every single bill and every one of your bills, he doesn't run anything. Stop caring so much. If he doesn't like you wearing a certain thing, put that thing on and walk out. If he doesn't like you wearing weave and makeup, put the weave and makeup on and walk out. If he don't like you getting nails done this long or with like red nail polish on it, get your nails red and long. If he doesn't like you wearing certain types of clothing or shoes, put them on and walk around and like you don't run nothing over here, okay? I don't like when you do A, B, C, and D. He ain't paying all them bills. He can't say nothing, okay?
Can we skip this one? Because I swear to God.
Don't skip it.
I'll be the choke slam this shit.
Nah.
Get the fuck away from me.
Nah. Wait a minute.
We gotta talk about it.
Can I be
like,
first?
we-
Can I
we
be first?
gotta
Can I be first? I'm first. I'm first.
Come on, girl.
Hold on, BJ.
I'm first.
Hold on, BJ.
Wait, because you know he gotta go through his rant.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry.
Listen.
Good.
Nah, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate, right? I'm gonna play devil's advocate. She right. If I don't pay all the bills, I can't say nothing, right? If I don't like what she wears, she put it on and she hear me out. Hear me out. Can I finish? Can I finish?
See, I was
Go
trying to skip.
ahead,
Please.
Carlton.
Let me get me a goddamn drink.
If I don't like what she wearing, she can put that shit on and she can leave. And all that other shit she said, I agree with it all. And the reason being is because everybody has the right to free will. If you don't like what I like it for you to do, you can leave. We don't have to be together. Flat
You
out.
went out, Carlson.
If you feel like
Yeah,
my internet is ass.
Here's
it
my
is.
only issue.
I'm not taking no advice from no broad that say sprinkle, sprinkle after each sentence. All right, go ahead, go. I'm sorry.
The only issue I have with that is it's like whether you pay all the bills or not, that's still your dude. You just gonna disrespect them like that? I mean,
Disrespect
at the
them
end
like
of it,
what? What you mean disrespect them? What do you mean?
if you know somebody don't like you doing something and you go do it, I feel like that's disrespectful. Especially if it's your partner.
Not all the time. It depends on what it is.
Agreed.
My biggest issue is her saying that if he doesn't pay all the bills, he doesn't have any say.
Yeah, I got a
If
problem.
we are, you know what I'm saying? Like if we're cohabitating, you
That's pretty
cannot
much
blatantly, you cannot blatantly disregard whether it's your partner or a roommate, right? If you're under the same roof, you cannot blatantly disregard someone's feelings. And my problem with her and many other women is they feel like they can blatantly disregard someone's feelings based upon XYZ. And money seems to be the catalyst. The problem with having these conversations is when you're 20 something, all of us are broke. So how the hell is anybody paying all the bills at 20 something? And I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but most times it does not. Let's say you take the traditional route, you're fresh out of college. We both broke in here. But if you're choosing to do life together, choose to do life together.
That's pretty much what I was saying. It's more so like you were saying, the disrespect is where you know somebody don't like something and then you go to do it anyway. I don't understand.
You can leave. At that point, you can leave.
That's what.
So
That's crazy.
And that's why I agree. That's why I agree, because if you don't want what I want, leave. I don't give a fuck. Man.
Yeah, she's not saying leave. She's just saying do whatever you want. She's saying do whatever you want while she's still in the house.
You can do what you want on the other side of the door.
But you ain't got to be disrespectful when you leave. You can just, all right, you know what? This ain't working. And just go ahead.
You can be disrespectful and leave as long as it ends in you leaving.
But that's the problem, Carlson. The problem is people just don't care. Like it's something about decorum that decorum has gone out the window. There are ways to handle things without being disrespectful. You do not have to give somebody the middle finger going out the door. You can have an adult conversation and say, this isn't working for me because my expectation is XYZ. But here's the problem. You were supposed to have that conversation before y'all even combined.
Before y'all even moved in together.
Stop doing this backward. You cannot move in with a man and y'all had 50-50 going on, and then you up and decide he has to pay 100% of the bills, and there's no conversation that has happened before you've made a decision, an executive decision that's how it's going to be. That's ridiculous. And here's my other problem. Feminism is a problem for me because a lot of these women want.
Before we go on, for the people that got Baltimore City educations, can you define feminism?
Listen, sir, Google it. I'm not doing that today. Google it. I'm not doing that today. Seriously. Everybody has access to a phone. Google it. I'm not doing that today. We are going to have this adult conversation, and if you get lost, use Google. Not doing it. Not today. My educator hat is not on. We're having an adult conversation.
Don't laugh at her, Sherms. It's not funny.
It's hilarious to me. I'm laughing. It's all in here. I'm laughing all in here.
When you start breaking things down by gender, there is an expectation. If we expect men to provide and produce, and a man expects you to take care of home, and then you then backpedal and say, "But I work too."
Yes.
Well, ma'am,
that's my whole problem.
ma'am,
Whole thing.
here's the problem.
Yeah, this is my problem.
You want it both ways, so you gotta pick a side, baby girl. Because in my household, when I was married, I was the breadwinner. And I still cooked and cleaned. I still packed his lunch. I still made sure his clothes were clean. Do you know why? Because I was his wife, his helpmate. And even though he made less money, it did not negate the fact that I needed to take care of my husband. If that's not what kind of stuff you want, that's fine. But for me and my family, I'm a traditional woman. I just like to chase the bag.
Wakanda forever.
Not the Wakanda. Here's where I am with this whole thing. The top chick that's giving all this advice is one of the most dangerous type of women to deal with, because she's exposing all this trap to the chick down below. But if y'all look at the chick down below, her eyes tell me she's not totally buying what she's selling anyway. But that's another story. She just seems like she's not really feeling all of what she's saying. So
it's all in her eyebrows. You see,
right.
It's all in here. It's all right here that tell you she ain't.
All right there. And then the way that she angles her head, like, what did she just say?
Yes.
He's not saying anything. It's just all in here and this. That. So anyway, that's one thing. But two, she's dangerous because she takes these younger impressionable girls and she's saying this stuff to them as if she's coming from a place of authority, and she don't know what the hell she's talking about. That's two. The next thing I'm gonna say about this is this. Letitia is right. When women, this feminism thing, I'm not a feminist. I am a woman who believes in empowerment and in equity. That's what I'm for. Equity. I'm not a feminist. I still want my door held open. That doesn't mean that I am a damsel in a soft flower and I gotta have a man rescue me from everything just because I want my door open. You gotta be careful of what you equate with gender roles. And she is toxic because what she's saying is he has to pay every bill up in here before he's running shit. First of all, ain't nobody running anything. You're not running and he ain't running.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real.
That's all
I pay the most bills in my house and my wife still runs shit.
But this is what I'm supposed to be, though. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. She keeps talking about he ain't running nothing up in here. What's the up in here? Up in where? Yes, he is running something. If he's paying all the bills, he who holds the gold, they hold it all. So please stop saying that you're running if he's the one paying all the bills. Then the thing about if it's something he don't like you to wear, you put it on and go out, he's still winning. He ain't got to go through all that to get a rise out of you. But look at what you got to do to get a rise out of him. And what? And for what? It's sheer stupidity. I can take care of myself. I choose to be here with you. I don't need you to pay all my bills. And I don't need you to put up with all my shit and be coerced into paying all the bills. I want you to pay them because that's what you want to do. Because that's what you feel like a man should do. I don't need to have to browbeat you into paying the bills. Who would want to live like that? I wouldn't want to live like that. So to me, it's just all around bad advice. She's very self-centered. And she looked like one of them people that's been told all her life how pretty she is.
Yes, the Lord.
She's used pretty to get everywhere and everything that she's ever had.
Definitely.
That's what it is. She feels entitled.
You know
That's
what
exactly
I think
what it
another
is.
problem could be? Another problem could be is these apps are paying people now. So if you do a video like this and you get 5,000 views, you're gonna run off that same energy. You know what I mean? So you can try
Brandon,
to
she
maintain a
believes it
certain point.
wholeheartedly.
Yeah, listen.
She's getting paid, but she believes it wholeheartedly.
She's been hurt.
Like Sharon,
She's hurt.
like Sharon said, she's been told she's pretty all her life, and then I'm a circle into colorism, and she's light skinned. And I'm not saying that as a backhanded comment. It's just that usually light skinned little girls are told how pretty they are all their lives. All their lives. And she's old enough to have a grandmother that favored her because of her fair skin. So we're dealing with a multitude of issues here, but she totally believes what she's saying.
Yeah, I believe she did.
And I'm sure
And
it's a
she's
dude out there that's
rushing.
taking care of her if she think like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
Absolutely.
And I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm not listening to somebody who says sprinkle, sprinkle after every sentence. She's not even articulate.
Did she say sprinkle, sprinkle?
Girl, she says, oh my God. Sharon,
I didn't even hear
it. She didn't say it yet. But if you catch her short, she will give advice and go sprinkle, sprinkle. And I'm like, what the hell? So if you're ever on the internet and you see somebody make a comment and go sprinkle, sprinkle, it came from her.
Oh Lord.
I have never
seen. Oh yeah, it's obnoxious, y'all.
Well, we only got like 9 minutes left, 8 minutes left. Last video, right quick, BJ.
No, I haven't.
Lord Jesus.
Okay. If you had a son, how would you raise him? How would I raise him? Okay. What I would do is right around the time that he got to maybe 5 or 6 years old, I would you have to cut the cord as a woman. You cannot coddle male children. So I would get a martial arts instructor. I would get somebody that had the power to make that male fall on his face, because you have to allow nature to take its course with a male and make life teach males. So I would put him in an environment that would kind of be like a mock environment, like an obstacle course, training course type of thing, that is daily, that he suffers the consequences. Let the consequences teach him. That's the way I would do it. The male has to be trained to be emotionally expressive. He must be trained to do that because it's not natural for him. He must be trained to have self-control, right? Because by nature he doesn't. A woman cannot keep a male on her breast or keep that umbilical cord, because it will squelch his ability to be successful and to rely on his own willpower and work ethic if he is coddled too much. So you have to make him do stuff on his own. You cannot allow an 18-year-old to be sitting in your house playing video games all day because you're scared of what's going to happen to him in the world. You got to make him sink or swim. Women do not know how to make males sink or swim. They try to save them from themselves, and you can't do that with no male.
Hey, Carson, where you keep getting this shit from, yo? Don't send me no more fucking videos, yo. Don't send me nothing else, Carlos.
I second that. I hope she doesn't have a son. She's part of the issue.
I hope
she's part of the problem.
Women have to understand this, and this is me being.
Wait a minute, did you just mute my mic, sir?
No, I did not, sir.
This is me being a mother of 3 males and 2 girls, and your job as a mother is to nurture. This is the argument of 2-parent households. And you can tell when women are raised by 2 parents because they tend to be more emotionally balanced. She is not. She's very hard. She's very rigid. She lacks femininity, which tells me she was probably raised by her single mother. And her idea of rearing a child, a male child, is to make him tough. But she is so emotionally depleted that she does not understand how to pour into her son that he's emotionally intelligent and strong. Because those things, him being emotionally intelligent, does not cancel out him being strong. What she's breeding is toxic masculinity. That's what she's breeding. And we don't need any more men that are toxic and masculine. We don't need that, especially black men.
Yeah, she shouldn't have. I hope she never has a son.
I hope she don't.
Mm-mm.
That's terrible. Which everything she said goes against everything that I know as a parent.
Absolutely.
And as a parent of one son, I don't have daughters, but I'm a daughter, and I know how girls are supposed to be raised, but I didn't want to raise one. God bless me with a son. He did the right thing, and I'm telling you, I did not stop cuddling my son at no 6 years old, 6 and 7 years old. He can come over here right now, and he damn near 30. And if he got to cry, I'll let him cry. And then I'm gonna dust his shoulder off and say, "Okay, we're gonna strategize this. What we gonna do?"
Exactly.
You know, and that's how we do it. My son is strong. My son is raising a son. My son is even responsible for a child that's not even his. He is responsible and he is strong, and he was raised by this big badass black single mama right here.
No, that's right.
But I know one thing I would never do. I would never ever sit up there and say, "I'm gonna put you through an obstacle course of life every day."
At 6 years old,
make him fall on his face at 7 years old.
Why can't he write that fucking name half the damn time? But you gotta jump over bricks and shit.
He's sitting up there looking more masculine than Carlson. It's crazy.
Shit.
I'm sorry, but
it is.
I tell my kids they can cry. It's like if it hurts, son, cry.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
They're children.
She pissed me off for the simple fact, and that's originally what I wanted the show today to be about, is about single mothers and single fathers and different things that people believe they have to be as a single parent to a different sex of kid, meaning men or women being different to boys and girls.
Right.
I feel like, and this is just my opinion, you love your fucking children. You teach them what they need to learn, and they will grow into the person that they are meant to be. You raise your children. You don't just let them grow the fuck up. This lady here, she's taking raising your children to a whole new level. Like what she just described is literally child abuse.
Thank you. That's exactly what I thought too.
She throwing them to the street.
I was like, call Child Protective Services on that chick.
It's not new. That's here's the thing. Women complain about men and how terrible they are and how trash they are. And most of the time they're trash because they was raised by the trash ass mama. And that's just the fact. When you have men, because a lot of black men grew up in a house with women, and they said, my son is not going to be soft. So then they removed the nurturing, the love as women, and they became a brick wall. And that child had to just toughen up, and you toughen them up from inside out. So that when they become men and they get into relationships, this woman is fighting to get to the core of this man because he's had his whole childhood of cold. So now she's chipping away and chipping away and chipping away, and she feel like, you won't talk to me. He ain't shit. He don't do this. He's not available. Well, baby, talk to his mama because she did it.
You never got a chance to play with Power Rangers.
You know, I think that we have set a very dangerous precedent by not loving our children. Boys don't need less love than girls.
No, they don't.
Especially when you're talking about our black males, because the fight is very different. So, like Sharon said, her son is still able to come to her and cry. He's supposed to because that's his mother. You go to your father to have a real tough conversation. You go to your mother for comfort and counsel.
And the caveat to that is you go to your father for a real tough conversation, and you still might end up crying with your father.
I was about to say it's still love at the end of that conversation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The conversation might have been
Absolutely.
tough, but I'm still gonna love on you.
An
Absolutely.
emotionally intelligent man can cry with his son and can tell his son that it's okay to cry in front of me. It's okay to cry. Let it out. You got to release. Too many men, especially black men, running around here with their release valve all clogged up because they were told all their life they cannot release it. Don't express it. Don't show it.
Cry.
Suck it up. Push it down. Hide it. It's wrong. And I vowed I was not raising my son like that, and I didn't. So
That's and you know what, you right about I forgot who said that about how women will overcompensate because they are a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women will overcompensate being a single mother just so they can raise a man that because they don't want their son to grow up to be the man who hurt them. But the sad part about that is what a lot of women end up doing is raising their boyfriend.
Yeah, it becomes a very
not only that, it's something about DNA too, because my son had his father in the home with him a limited number of years, but my God, he got a lot of ways like that man. So that just came honestly by DNA, and I couldn't raise it out of him. They just in there, you know. So you just learn how to point it out. But even that, I didn't say, "Oh, you just like your daddy, you ain't shit." I never did that.
You're
I
supposed
just
to
point out what the behavior is that's not, and point out why it's not, without mentioning his name.
The why is the most important part.
Right.
The why, because too many times I feel like as adults, people will tell a child because I said so.
Yeah, and that shit not cool.
Because these children are very intelligent if you allow them to be.
Okay, now I gotta say, there are times that it is appropriate to say because I said so.
Absolutely, there are times. Yes,
I know what you're saying.
Yes. There are times because sometimes it's like, right now I can't explain it. You just need to do it.
Or I done told you and I explained this to you 15 times. Right now, do it because I said so.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about it again later, but do it right now because I said so. Don't ask me nothing else.
Discipline does not only fall under corrective action and punishment. It also means to teach. To teach and to train. So when you are disciplining your child, you have to make sure that the child understands the action and what the consequences are. How we got there. You have to draw the roadmap for them. And you do that in adolescence because like now, like I said to you guys, I have teenagers. My children are 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. So where my 17-year-old, because you know the second born is always the one that's with the shit. I can say to him, Alexander, and he's like, "You right, man. I'll fix it." Because I've taught him what he is supposed to do. So then I say Alexander, he's like, let me correct that. But that only happens when you train your children, when you have conversations with your children. I'm not a yeller. Brandon and Carlson can tell you how I handle my children. We have conversations, especially as teenagers, because one, I'm not putting my hands on you. That's assault. And I say that because if I am reacting to you, if I'm reacting to you and if my anger leads to me hitting you, I am not teaching you how to use your words and work this out. I'm not putting my hands on a 17-year-old. They're nearly an adult. We need to have a conversation, and you need to make a decision about how you're going to adjust your behavior. because that's what I need you to be doing, transitioning from a teenage boy to a man.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be able to effectively communicate what happened, why you did it, why you know it's unacceptable, or why you thought it was acceptable.
And then people sit around here and they put their hands on their kids and beat the shit out their kids, and then their kids go to school and become bullies, beating the shit out of other kids, and they can't figure out why they can't get their child to talk, and all their child want to do is beat on people, but all you doing is beating their ass.
Crazy.
Never ending cycle. It's crazy because I had a conversation with somebody and I was telling them, I was like, I don't know when the last time my father told me that he loved me. And I talk to him all the time, and I know he tell my sister all the time, but like, it's different. So, I don't know. Like I was seeing this post about be the person to your kids that you needed while you was growing up, and I guess that's how I try to operate. That's why I got 20 kids now because.
Oh wait, you got 3 more, huh? What, 17?
No, Sharice said. Go ahead, log the fuck out, Sean. Go ahead, get your ass out of here. Go ahead.
He said, "Fuck the fuck out there."
17. Here come 3 more kids. What's happening?
Nigga have a kid every other week.
Thank you.
You know what's interesting about you bringing that up, Brandon? I saw a clip where the girl said you are the person that you would have felt safe with as a child.
Oh yeah.
That's deep.
I sat here and really, and I really sat here and thought about it, and shout out to my mother for being the woman that I grew into, because younger Letitia was not there. My mother was always one to give explanations about things, and to know me is to know that I hate to be like, a no is a no when you never have to explain that. You say no, that's a complete sentence. And I've been like that my whole life, right? So as a child, listening to my mother explain to me why she told me no, I'm standing there like, but you said no. Can I just go about my business now? Now, as a 39-year-old woman, I appreciate that because I have those conversations with my children and I understand where they're valuable. Um, Still not for me, but I was a jerk and I acknowledge that. Um, but my mother throughout childhood gave me so many nuggets and so many things that I apply to um my own parenting. And one of the most powerful things that I heard her say, which I'm starting to hear echo all over the place, is you're never the same parent to each child. And being a mother of 5, I'm absolutely not the same mother to each of them because they require something different from me.
That don't mean you got a favorite child. So you got to put that out there too. That don't mean you got a favorite child. You're
Yes,
just not the
I
same
am.
to all of them.
So I understand. Like my oldest child is probably my most emotionally intelligent child.
You
I
said which one?
cannot. My oldest, Everett. He is the most emotionally intelligent child I have, and I cannot tell you the last time that I've ever raised my voice to him. Right. My second born, my with the shit, he is the carbon copy of me. I didn't bump heads with him, but my ex-husband did. They bumped heads all the time, and I found it very funny because he's the one that's most like me. But him and his dad bumped heads all the time. But he's very docile with women. Like he never gives women smoke. Men, if he does not get alpha energy off of you, he gonna try you. So I have to attack him differently. I have to appeal to his logic. Had to. My baby boy is much like his older brother. He's real chill.
Oh,
He's a
my son. You talking my
goofball.
son? You talking my
Yes,
son?
your son.
My
Your
son. All
son.
right.
Ethan
Yeah.
is 15. Ethan is 15, and I have never ever in life punished him. He always does what he's
He don't do
supposed to
no
do.
wrong.
I do not have to ask him to do anything twice. He is steadfast. I know sure is life. If he said it, he meant it, he's gonna do it. That little girl, my oldest daughter, is very poised, but she's a motherfucker. Do not play with her. Like she cool as a fan until she not. But she's compliant, so I don't really have no friction with the chick. But if she ever decided that she was gonna go fuck this, Houston, we got a problem. Y'all look out for the smoke signals. I am in trouble and need backup. And that baby is woeful. She an old soul and she's woeful. And so I'm a different woman to each of these children because I have to be. They require different things. And people have to understand it's okay to not be the same to each child. They require something different from you.
Right.
Some children can handle that hard line. Some of the other ones you might have to soften that line a little bit. You might have more conversation with this child than the other. You may not have to talk to this child at all, but got to talk to this other one all the time. It's nothing wrong with catering your parenting to the child. Nothing is one size fits all. The generational curse is people saying it wasn't like that when I was a kid, and look at all them childhood wounds you have. Look at all of those instances where you say to yourself, damn, my mother beat the shit out of me. Think about all them instances that you were scared to talk to your parent. Think about the fact that you were probably ruled by fear, and respect was secondary.
I completely understand.
It definitely get deep. Get real deep.
Are you a single parent, EJ?
I am. My boys are in the house right now. I'm sitting outside trying to avoid the noise. Oh, yeah. They kept coming to the door and everything. I'm like, look, I'll be in there in a second.
So,
how old are your boys, EJ?
14, 10, and 6. I got two girls, 11 and 5.
Oh, you got two.
Oh.
Two girls.
Brother, look, brother. That's all I'm gonna say is.
So EJ, what's one of your biggest challenges?
Time, yo. Time is when you're not at work. You gotta come home, get right to it. You gotta find time for their activities. You want to be there for most of their activities. So it's just you gotta find that work-life balance. That's really the hardest part.
Yeah.
Because you gotta make enough money to take care of your family. Same time, your kids want you to be around for their little special stuff. So that's really the hardest thing for me.
And everything costs money.
Everything costs money. And everything going up.
Except the pay.
Except the damn pay.
Crazy. Listen, the time factor is definitely an issue. Is definitely an issue. Time, and especially now, like everybody different ages, they starting to come into their self and they want to do this, but he don't want to do that, and that now is just all over the place. Hello.
Yeah, for me it was time, especially when I lived up there, BJ, in Maryland. I had nobody, no family, nobody there to have. My son was young and active. He was an athlete, 3 sports. It was hard. But I found that I had to make a way. Thank God, though, I didn't have to do hair. I bought me some clippers and taught myself how to cut hair and cut his hair myself.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I tried that.
Until he was 14.
Yeah, my kids.
Thank God for my mom. Thank God for my mom.
Yeah, man. But I tell you, it was something. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anything else we want to add? Anything else you want to say? Anything we got going on?
The one thing I want to say is women like that first chick give single mamas a bad name. And we're not all like that. All baby mamas are not like that. And I just wish that she had a woman in her life that could mentor her to help her see and change and grow. I'm praying. I'm actually said a prayer for that for this chick. I don't know who she is, but I just pray that somebody come in her life that can just help her, because she's gonna need it. She's gonna need it. She slept with his brother.
She don't get no fucks.
And see, I'm just thinking about my ex's brothers. Ugh. Yuck. No way. I just can't see that. And then you don't want your child to later on to hear people call your mother a hoe. We don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
At all.
Anybody else?
I'm good, bro. I appreciate you having me on.
Sir, try to, spread the love out to everybody. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you.
Try to sit back and pay attention. All right, I think he'll fit here. Let's go and see if he's available. Miss Hardison?
Yes, sir.
Any last words?
In the background.
You know, I just, for those who don't know, I'm a life coach. And one of the things that I really press upon people is leading with love and grace. People have the opportunity to change, and one bad move is not the sum of their character. You can always change. So you have to give people enough grace and enough room to grow if they show signs of growing. We all have our challenges, and we all fall short somewhere. So you can't nail people to the cross. We're all imperfect, and God knows, I hope that we're all working to be better versions of ourselves, but it's not over till it's over. As wonderful as I think I am as a person, as conscious as I am as a person, I know that I still have work to do, and I work really hard to be the best version of myself every day, and that's all you can do.
I think we should get out of here on that note. Thank you, ma'am. I'm about to clip that, trademark that, so I can use it on every show. All right, this has been the What's Next podcast. Chocolate Writer, we got EJ and Phoenix Speaks has been in the building. Carlos is around somewhere, but thank you. If you're going back and checking it out, like and share the show, hit that follow button. Every Monday, 7 p.m. We normally go till 8, but today it was a little longer than that.
Good conversation.
Yep, good conversation. And we're out of here.
Peace out, y'all.
Thank everybody for